What's new? It's Blue. Hey guys! So, I joined the fight, and yes, it's like kind of a month after the fact, but I've been busy, so yeah. But yeah, so I just wanted to make like I guess kind of my thoughts, my art fight 2025 wrapped, if you will. And I was on team crystals, and yes, I did pick crystals because I like pink. But anyways, so I just kind of wanted to like talk about how my first art fight was. My first goal for art fight was to not make it stressful and to take it easy. And the last thing I wanted to do was stress myself out. And I watched so many how to handle your first art fight videos, how to prepare your profile for art fight. I watched a lot of those, and I really just wanted to do it and then see how I handled it, and then workshop how I can do it next year, because I do definitely want to do it again. So today I'll be walking you through my preparation, or lack thereof, and my attacks, as well as some of the attacks that were made on my OCs. So yay! Let's get into it. Let me just put like a little screenshot of my profile. First of all, pretty simple, basic. And then I put up 5 characters because I wanted to fill the tray thingy, because there's like a tray and you can like input as many characters as you want. Some people input like a lot of characters, but I just wanted to like at least put 5. And really, because I kind of started thinking like, okay, let me do it. Because I was thinking, let me do art fight. And then I really solidified like, okay, I'm gonna do it. And there were like, what, 2-3 weeks left, and I was like, I don't have time to draw whole new refs and all that nonsense. I don't have time for that. So I went through and I was like, let me work with what I have in terms of character refs. And I put up the characters who I had the most clear pictures of and more art for. So obviously Lily and Fern, they're like some of my favorite characters. Obviously I had to put them up. And then I put up 3 of my other characters who I had been drawing a lot at the time, Tori, Lisa, and Jen. And I don't think I've ever spoken about them, but they were like my first OCs that I ever made, ever. So they've really grown with me and I love them a lot. So this is their soft launch, I guess. And speaking of profile, I know that you can really go crazy and like really zhuzh up your profile if you want. But again, I didn't want to stress myself out by like comparing profile aesthetics. So I really kept it simple. Logged in, I already had an account from last year, loaded up all my characters. And then what I did do in terms of preparation, which I highly recommend, is going and looking at like, if people start following you or like people who you find interesting, bookmarking all the OCs that you find cute or that you know that you want to draw, and bookmark them. Don't like sort them into teams and stuff yet, but you know, just bookmark them ahead of time so that when art fight starts, you kind of have a go-to pool of things to draw and you won't just be running around looking like, okay, what should I draw? If you want to draw stuff that you haven't bookmarked, obviously you can do what you want, but as a base, I'd say that's pretty good. And my personal goal for myself was to do minimum 10 attacks and above. So I managed to hit my goal. Yay, I did 10 attacks. That was all my workshopping. And without further ado, let's get into the art presentation. So the very first attack that I did, and this was on the opposing team, so it wasn't friendly fire. My first attack was on the character Lemon by user Damaged Cased, and I'll link everybody's like usernames in the description for sure, like just to make sure you know you credit properly. That's another thing that I wanted to do. Art fight was it was just really fun. So for the first attack, I kept it simple. I just did went back to Old Faithful, sketch, line art, color, that kind of thing. I also got to test out this new gel pen that I had like seen on Pinterest, that like it showed you the steps on how to make it and whatnot. So I wanted to try out that new gel pen. I found it quite nice. For a first attack, I'd say it was pretty good, but it's not my favorite attack out of the whole bunch. I was kind of getting warmed up. I was getting into it. trying to like figure out, okay, what do I want to do exactly? Do I want to keep it simple? Do I want to really go over the top with it? That kind of thing. But yeah, that was Lemon, and I'd say it turned out pretty good. My next attack was on Valentina, or T, by user Hatchalot, and I really was obsessed with her design. Like, I was obsessed with their design. I don't think you understand. I was obsessed. So I saw them immediately and I was like, oh, have to draw that immediately, need that whole you know. I just really like the character, okay? So I really had a lot of fun drawing them, and I kept it pretty simple. It was like, you know, kind of sketchy, then I just colored it roughly, light shading, and I went about my day. I really like this one a lot. I feel like because I kept it sketchy, it didn't look too clean, which is how I prefer my art. So I really enjoyed it. So yeah. My third attack was like a little combo attack on user Shadow Bean Arts 423, who I see all the time in my comments and, you know, watching my videos all the time. So hey Shadow, hello. So yeah, I managed to draw two of their characters, Chatty and Veronica, and it was like a fun little, you know, duo drawing, couple drawing. This drawing that I drew for them was actually a revenge, and yeah, because they drew two of my characters, so I was like, oh, I'm gonna get you back. Another funny thing about Art Attack, being able to like tell somebody like, I can't wait to attack you, and it's just normal. It's just really funny to me. I it makes me crack up all the time. So yeah, they were really fun to draw. They were so cute, and like Catty is super tall and Veronica's like super short, so it was just fun to draw that and their whole dynamic. Love those two. My fourth attack was another like duo combined attack, which some people, when they draw more than one character, they count each character as an attack. I feel like, I guess I could do that. If I counted like that, then I guess I did like maybe like 12 or 14 attacks, but I don't know. I kind of just count each piece as its own thing personally. So it was another duo attack on the characters Vesa and Orca by user Maroon Moons, who this was also a revenge attack because they drew my trio of girls, and I was like, I will seek revenge on you. I have to get you back for this wonderful attack. So I was like, okay, let me try and make this one fancy. Let me do like a background even, because one of the reference pictures was like an aquarium date. So I was like, oh, fun. So I used that reference picture heavily. So I was like, let me include the aquarium part of it as well. So yeah, I did that, and these two were really fun to draw. This one I kind of went back to my old faithful sketch, line art, color, that kind of thing. I feel like I really kind of went off with the coloring a little bit, like Vesa especially. I feel like I've been getting better and better at like shading skin, so that's fun. I really liked how this one turned out. They're very cute, very sweet, both of them. They were very fun to draw. My next one was, again, keeping it pretty simple. I drew Itsy Bitsy by user Itsy Bitsy Spider. This is their Sona essentially, and very, very fun to draw. I kept it sketchy again with that gel pen, and they ended up really liking it, which made me super happy. That's another crazy thing about ArtFight. People are so nice and so sweet. And yeah, they were really fun to draw. Lots of saturated colors. Now, attack 6 was on the character Charlie by user forever_shrimp. And this one was also a revenge because they drew some of my characters, and I was like, oop, gonna get you back. I'm hunting you down as we speak. Charlie was so fun to draw. I actually don't draw characters like with stronger jawlines that much, so she was like good practice. She's gorgeous. It was very fun to draw her. Love her like balayage thing that she's got going on, and yeah, she was definitely really fun. And then the last of my attacks on the opposing team, I drew the sweet character Atlas by user Certified Rat. And Atlas is like a little baby, like I think he's like 7, and I do not draw children at all, so I kept it sketchy, tried to make him look childlike, and I feel like he came out pretty cute. He looks like a sweet baby. So yeah, Atlas was really fun to draw, and that had been my last attack. Let's get into the attacks I did that were friendly fire. Okay, so the first of the friendly fires that I did was of Val by user Vidala, who is one of my mutuals. So Val was really fun to draw, and as you can see, they have this like massive hammer thing. So figuring out how to incorporate the hammer was a little bit of a challenge, but I'm not one to back down from a challenge. So they were really fun to draw, and trying to kind of like lean into their playfulish personality with the hammer. So them kind of like leaning on the hammer like it's like, you know, not a giant hammer. I don't know. I thought it was cute. I thought it was funny, and I really love their color scheme as well. I don't draw a lot of like mecha stuff, so drawing some more like, you know, metal looking things, their whole color scheme was just, it was really fun. It was very out of my comfort zone. Made me think that, you know what, I've got to get some kind of mechanic type character going. But yeah, so Val was really fun to draw, and I enjoyed that. Then next, I drew Freya Ulrich by user The Mighty Mochanaut. This was also a revenge, if I remember correctly. No, wait, no. I think I attacked them first and then they revenged me. I might be wrong though, but either way, there was attacking back and forth. There was friendly fire back and forth. And this one, I was like, okay, how do I want to handle this? And I was like, you know what? Because this was like more towards the end. So I was like, let me give myself a treat and draw like serving face, because look at the face card. Freya has a face card. So I was like, let me focus in on the face card and, you know, let myself just draw like a bust kind of thing. So I drew like a face, bust, close up, whatever you want to call it, and it was really fun. She was like gorgeous, and I really got to like focus on like putting a lot of detail into her face, which was fun, because a lot of the times when I'm drawing faces, I keep it super sketchy, super simple. So she was really fun to draw. The shading, again, her hair, the way it framed her face was really fun. So yeah, that was Freya, and I really enjoyed drawing her. And then last of the art for this video, I drew the character I Can Be Your Angle because I saw the name and I was like, that is so funny. It made me giggle so bad. By user Cupid's Bow. And this one was my attack, my favorite attack of the whole bunch. I don't know what it is about it. I don't know what I was doing when I was shading. Like, they just came out looking so beautiful. She just looks so beautiful. And the way that I shaded the pose, I got to, you know, really challenge myself to do a full body thing once more. And it was like, I really liked it because it was like my more like simplistic, almost chibi-ish style, but like there was still some detail and it just looked so pretty. And I got to draw long flowing hair. Drawing hair is one of my favorite things on this planet. And I even challenged myself to draw the wings. It was just fun. It was fun. The coloring, it was beautiful. The shading especially, I really love. I'm obsessed with the shading. So yeah, this one was my favorite attack of the whole thing. It was so fun. I don't know. I really love this attack so much. And Cupid's Bow really liked it, which made me super happy. I was like, yay! So yeah, that was the last of my attacks, my friendly fires. You know, attacking the people on my team unsuspectingly, you know, whacking them over the head with a hammer of kindness. So yeah. So those are all of my attacks, all of the art that I made for other people, which was so much fun. That's really just that's another thing that I really learned from Art Fight that I really enjoyed. The whole point is like sharing the joy of creation with like-minded artists, other people who are also enjoying the joy of creation. And it was just really fun, and it was so nice to see how much love and care other people put into their OCs, and treating those OCs with love and care, trying my hardest to get details right, because other people draw your OCs so lovingly, and it's so kind and beautiful, and it's just it was great. I really enjoyed it. People were so nice, and I'm just going to show a little slideshow of all the art that I got.
That's what I'm talking about. This shit means something to me, man.
And another thing I just really noticed while seeing how people almost kind of took my characters and their interpretations of them, this is just so beautiful to see the little tweaks and how. And it was also very informative to me to see okay, what parts of my characters translate through all these different kinds of art styles. There are certain traits that just stuck throughout, and it helps me also pinpoint what makes my characters unique, which was also very useful to me personally. And my character Tino got a lot of love. I called her Lisa earlier because that's one of her names, but her name is Tino da Lisa, that kind of thing. And Tino got a lot of love, actually. I was like, wait. And it was making me think about her more as a character and, her design after the fact, that kind of thing. Lily and Fern, I literally screamed and collapsed to the ground every time I saw Lily and Fern piece. The Jen pieces, Jen also got a lot of love too. Tori also got cute pieces. It was just, I loved it so much. I loved it so much. All the revenges and all the attacking, it was a fun time. I never thought I'd enjoy being attacked this much. But yeah, and I cannot wait for next year to hopefully attack more people and put up more characters, and maybe prepare profiles and stuff even more. But hey, that's for next year. And yeah, I hope you guys really enjoyed this video, and don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss an upload from me, however few and far between they may be, because school is beating my ass right now. So yeah, as always, check the description for resources and keep up to date with the world around us, because being uninformed is how things move past you, and being uninformed isn't good. So make sure to keep yourself informed and do what you can, however you can do it, and stay safe out there. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!